We're back for more NBA predictions here on the channel. Today is Wednesday, January 29th, and we've got 11 games in the National Basketball Association for today, and I will actually be attending an NBA game today. It's the second one I've gotten to all year long, and it's going to be the Golden State Warriors and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I finally get to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander this season. I saw him last year in Sacramento, but, we get to watch the best player in the NBA play, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's going to be great. I'm going to be in the presence of Mr. Aura himself, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I swear, guys, the glazing's kind of a joke at this point, all right? I do actually think Shai's the best player in the league. It's just, I guess I'm just playing into it now. Anyways, 11 games in the NBA today, obviously, capped off with that Warriors-Thunder game. The other game on ESPN today, a good one. The Denver Nuggets go to the Garden to take on the New York Knicks. But before we get to the predictions, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. Make sure to leave a like if you are enjoying these videos as well. And if you hate the picks, well, just comment. It's fine. I read them anyways. No, I'm joking. It's all love. Anyways, make sure you go check out our college basketball best bets as well here on the channel. Those are posted daily, 2 hours before these every single day. And also make sure to go check out our UFC predictions as well from Saudi Arabia this weekend, Israel Adesanya and Nasruddin Imavov in the UFC's middleweight division. Okay, on to the first of our 11 predictions today. We start things off here in Charlotte, North Carolina with the Charlotte Hornets and the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to take Charlotte to win. We're going to take Charlotte minus 3.5 as well. The Hornets coming off that competitive basketball game the other night against the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, again, the Hornets lost that one. But Brooklyn, can we trust the Nets to win anything? No, we can't. Brooklyn has not won a basketball game since that Trailblazers win. How about the Blazers last night beating the Bucks? The league's weird sometimes, though. The Nets' last victory was on January 14th against the Portland Trailblazers. The game after that was obviously that game where they lost by 70 points to the Los Angeles Clippers in a game where they only scored 60. They haven't won a game since. They lost by 60, not 70. Maybe I need the difference, thing on the score bug that I think the Chicago Bulls have. Why the Cavs have it? Why is that a thing? If you've seen it, Why the hell do the Cleveland Cavaliers on their damn score bug have, Cleveland's winning, 14-7, and they show you on the screen, if you can't count or you can't do subtraction that you learned in kindergarten, different 7. Do you think that just the viewer's stupid? I felt insulted watching that. And I wasn't even watching live. I was watching the highlights. Anyways, the Nets suck. Okay? There's no other way to put it. The Nets are horrible. The Hornets aren't very good either. But the thing is, the Nets are still injured. Why is the line 3.5? I don't understand. Is LaMelo still out? Well, I would like to know, but the Hornets have not updated their injury report. There's nobody on the injury report. Okay, LaMelo's out apparently. Still, it doesn't matter. The Hornets will still win. Guys, who's going to score for the Nets? Cam Thomas and Cameron Johnson are out. Do we think D'Angelo Russell can lead this team to victory? No. They're not playing the Lakers, so he's not going to pop off. Seth Curry is going to be leading the Hornets tonight. Ooh, no Mark Williams either. It's fine. Miles Bridges will have a night. Okay, I do see why this line's 3.5. Still, though, give me the Hornets. I think they win at home. Games in Charlotte. The Nets haven't won a game in forever. And the Hornets are playing better ball right now. They're playing inspired basketball. We'll see them without LaMelo Ball. But give me Seth Curry and the guys here in Charlotte, North Carolina, to beat the Brooklyn Nets at home. And they will cover the 3.5 points as well. On to our next game here. We go to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. And obviously this is now, I guess, a rivalry of sorts between the Detroit Pistons and the Indiana Pacers. Well, the Indiana Pacers are going to slap up the Pistons tonight. Completely just give them a big... Okay, they're going to beat the Pistons, all right? Indiana's lost 2 games all year long in 2025, and obviously one of them was the Paris game against the San Antonio Spurs, and the other one was that Cavs game at home. Indiana's still very good. Tyrese Halliburton, kind of proved in that last Paris game on the 25th on Saturday, all right, this is what he's still capable of doing. Tyrese Halliburton is still an elite player in the league. He might not be an all-star this season, but maybe. If someone gets hurt, Tyrese probably is the next guy up out of the guards. But he proved again, all right, he's still a very elite player in the league. Indiana's finding themselves 5 games over 500. Obviously, the last time the Pistons and the Pacers played in Detroit, there's a little scuffle, but the Pacers won that game by 11 points. Now the game's in Indiana. This is a game that actually has meaning to it. Again, a lot of regular season basketball games don't entirely have meaning to them. Let's just be honest. This one's going to, because these are 2 small market teams. They don't really get on TV often. They're not on TV here. But they know there's going to be attention around this game. So the Pistons, again, a team that is a young upstart team that was horrible last season. Now they're getting some looks. They're 500, 23 and 23, but they're still 8th in the Eastern Conference, taking on the 5th ranked team in the Pacers, a Pacers team that can jump up to 4th with a victory tonight. Because the Bucks, you never know what to expect out of Milwaukee, right? Losing in Portland. But anyways, the Pistons are going to be fired up. The Pacers are going to be fired up. The Pacers ultimately are just the better team. Indiana is better than Detroit. In more ways than one, but, Indiana is the better basketball team. They are, okay? In everything but, football, Indiana is better than Detroit, right? Kind of. I've never been to Detroit, so honestly, that's whatever. I've been to Indianapolis, though. It's, depends where you go. Anyways, give me the Pacers, right? Give me the Pacers. I think Halliburton, obviously, who, it just depends. We need Tyrese to take shots. Now, hear me out. Andrew Nembhard is questionable to play this basketball game. I don't think it's the worst thing if Nembhard doesn't play. Because I feel like when Nembhard plays, Tyrese kind of goes into that mode where he's like, all right, you can get things done. I'll just pass the rock. And obviously it's been that's been flipped. Nembhard's been the one kind of, manning the offense, and Tyrese has been shooting more. And obviously, again, Halliburton's got the ball in his hands a lot. But I feel like sometimes when Nembhard plays, Tyrese just kind of passes off a lot of, the shots that he could be taking and just gives it to Nembhard. I don't know. I like Tyrese, honestly. He's a selfless player. I like him to be I want him to be a little bit more selfish though. If he can, put up more shots, Tyrese, I think the Pacers look better. I don't know. And Siakam's been great. I think Siakam might be an all-star this season. We'll see. The jury's still out on that one. But give me Indiana at home. We just saw them go to Detroit and win. I know, again, the Pistons will be fired up, but damn right the Pacers are going to be fired up as well. Protect the home court, right? Indiana goes to 6 games over 500 with a victory here at home and a cover of the 5.5 points against the Detroit Pistons. We move on to our next one as we go to this, whatever the hell this is. The Toronto Raptors go to Washington, D.C. to take on the Washington Wizards. Toronto minus 6.5. The Raptors have won, 3 games now in America because they went to Atlanta and beat them twice, and then they beat the Pelicans at home. So the Raptors are now on a 4-game winning streak, and they have now won 6 out their last 7 games. How does this work? Jakob Poeltl, 21 and 14 against New Orleans the other night. Toronto's fairly healthy. Emmanuel Quickly's still out, but that's fine. Shout out to Jamal Shed, right? Shout out to Jamal Shed, a guy who was at Houston last season. He was the leader of that Houston team, and now he's getting big NBA minutes for the Toronto Raptors. He's played 20-plus pretty much in his last 4 games, and all 4 of those games, the Toronto Raptors won. Now, Shed, again, a pass-first guy. He was he's more of a drive to the hoop type guy in college. Could play really good defense. He got injured in the NCAA tournament. But anyways, really, really great college player. We'll see how he translates into the NBA. He's done a decent job again, the role that the Raptors have asked him to play. But here's the thing, guys. The Raptors are playing the Wizards. 6.5, I'm fine with taking that with the Raptors here. The Wizards are, if they lose, they will have their 40th loss of the season. They haven't won a game since January 1st. When was the last time they covered 6.5 points? It's the last game they won. No. Yeah, no, it is. Wow. Yeah, they're not covering this. I don't care how bad the Raptors were to start the year. They've now won, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 8, something like that. I said it earlier. Give me the young core. Of course, we're talking about Dick, Barrett, Barnes. And obviously, Jakob Poeltl has been doing a great job at center of the season. We'll see if he's a trade candidate. I doubt the Raptors get rid of him because they're talking about shopping Kelly Olynyk instead. But I think they could get some stuff for Jakob Poeltl. How can I interest you in Rui Hachimura, Jalen Hood-Schifino, and a first-round pick? Because if we got anything out the Lakers lost last night in Philly, is that they need a center. Because if AD goes down, we are cooked. Walker Kessler, come on, let's make it happen. Anyways, give me the Raptors to win in Washington. They'll take this one, and they will cover the 6.5 points as well. Let's go into our next one here. We move to the Boston Garden for the Boston Celtics and the Chicago Bulls. 14.5 points. It's a lot of points, okay? Let's just be honest. It's a lot of points. I'll take Chicago to cover it. Don't bet this game. Just don't do it. Don't touch it. Because Chicago is the most random team ever. They will have nights where, they'll beat the Nuggets at home. The Nuggets look like, we can't play defense anymore, so, Chicago gets a million shots at will. Now, the Bulls are somewhat injured going into this one. Zach LaVine's out with personal reasons, so he's going to be out for the next few games. Don't know entirely what that entails because we just saw the clips of him, doing the dunks at the Bulls practice facility, teasing that maybe he'll do the dunk contest again, but obviously Matt Buzelis, the rookie for the Bulls, is doing it this year. It'll be an interesting dunk contest. I don't remember the 4th guy in the dunk contest, but Buzelis, Stephon Castle, and obviously Mac McClung are doing it. Who is the 4th guy? I don't even, the dunk contest, honestly, has just lost so much hype. Like, I don't even care to look up who the fourth guy is. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows who it is? Mac McClung will probably win, but Buzelis can put it down. The thing is, I don't think Buzelis can do, like, crazy dunks, though. I'm interested to see Stephon Castle, though. And I'm forgetting the fourth guy. I'll look it up real quick. But anyways, no Zach LaVine for this one. I don't think Kobe White's playing as well. Not like Kobe White's been playing all that well recently, so who cares? For the Boston Celtics, again, you know what Boston's going to give you. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Porzingis. They're a good team. They're a really good team. Again, 14.5 is just, who knows? Again, no LaVine. I think Boston has the capability of covering, but again, the Bulls are just such a random team that I feel like they can cover this line. I think we're going to get, obviously, extended minutes for Lonzo Ball. All these guys are playing to get traded at this point because the Bulls made it very clear. I don't think I got centiled on this one. Everyone can be traded on this Bulls team except for Buzelis. Okay. Play your way out of Chicago, a team that is currently in the play-in in the Eastern Conference. Give me Chicago plus 14.5 here against Boston, but don't quote me on that one. I would stay away from this game at all costs, just because I don't know what the hell the Bulls are going to be. I just don't. Andre Jackson, by the way, the Bucks forward, is the fourth guy in the dunk contest. Mac McClung's going to win. Do we even know what team Mac McClung plays for now? He was on the Magic last year, I think, right? I think so. Anyways, let's move on now to, I believe, our fifth game of the day, and we will go to Miami, Florida. It's the LeBron game. The Miami Heat host the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shout out to the Heat, playing without Jimmy Butler. We're going to take Miami plus 7.5. All right. I think at this point, the Jimmy Butler saga doesn't even matter to the players anymore. They're just used to it, right? They're used to no Jimmy Butler. I think at this point, Butler potentially being unsuspended or eventually coming back into this Heat locker room, I think would mess things up. Miami with a huge double overtime victory at home against the Orlando Magic on Monday. Tyler Hero drops 30. Bam Adebayo, excellent as always. I think the team's sick of the Jimmy Butler stuff. I'm sick of the Jimmy Butler stuff. Jimmy Butler's sick of the Jimmy Butler stuff. And Pat Riley's sick of the Jimmy Butler stuff. So Jimmy's probably going to get traded. Now, have we thought about Jimmy Butler for De'Aaron Fox? I know it's a trade that, again, the Kings just lose on paper. But those are the two stars who will likely get moved to the deadline. Again, where does Jimmy Butler fit with Sacramento? I don't know. I mean, I guess you could play... Malik Monk's not going to play the one, so it just wouldn't work. But anyways, I don't know where Jimmy's going to go. Probably Phoenix, and then if I had to guess, De'Aaron will probably find his way to Sacramento. But then what happens to Chris Paul? Does Chris Paul play for... De'Aaron Fox finds his way to San Antonio, so what happens? Chris Paul goes to Sac for the rest of the season? But I like what Paul's been doing, CP3's been doing in San Antonio, but if you're CP3, you're chasing that ring, Sacramento gives you a better chance to win this season than San Antonio does. I don't know. Anyways, maybe they play De'Aaron and Chris Paul. Or Chris Paul comes off the bench like he did for the Warriors. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to take Miami plus 7.5. I think the Cavs win, or plus 8.5, excuse me, even better. We're going to take them plus 8.5. Cleveland's lost 3 of 4, obviously coming off that victory against the Pistons the other night. That's great. Cleveland's got to go on the road for this game. They're not playing like the same team they were, a couple weeks ago, and they've just got a bunch of injuries now. Dean Wade's out multiple weeks. Isaac Okoro's out for the road trip, and Karis LeVert's out for this game as well. So again, sure, no, you're not losing anyone. Obviously, the starters. You're not losing Garland. You're not losing Mitchell, Strus, Mobley, or Allen, but you lose again that depth. And Miami's been pretty good recently. They have. And obviously in that last game as well, you get Hayward Highsmith now starting for Jimmy Butler. Khalil Ware has been excellent this year, the rookie out of Indiana, who will likely now win the Rookie of the Year, which is crazy to me because I watched this guy play every game last year and I was just not impressed. He got guys. Khalil Ware, it was just a joke around campus that he'd get bitched by Zach Edey. It's crazy. Anyways, give me the Miami Heat to cover this line. They're playing decent ball right now. Khalil Ware's been playing great. And obviously, Hero's been scoring at will. Adebayo's been great. Give me Miami plus 8.5 at home here against this Cavs team, which is coming off a victory, but has been playing not their best ball recently. So give me Miami plus 8.5. Cavs will probably win, though. Next up, let's go to Madison Square Garden for the New York Knicks hosting the Denver Nuggets. I like the Knicks minus 3.5. Again, never underestimate New York in a big regular season basketball game. Why? Because Thibodeau is trying to win it. Okay, playoffs, who cares? Because they're probably going to lose. That's Thibodeau's mindset, right? But we got to play our guys a million minutes in the regular season. So let's get things done. Again, big regular season games. The Knicks step up to the plate. Hell, we saw it in their last game against the Grizzlies. We saw it on Saturday against the Sacramento Kings. You know damn well they're going to treat that Lakers game on Saturday like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals, to the point where I'm probably actually going to pick against the Lakers. I've done it very few times this season. I think I've done it twice all year long. Actually, I've done it 3, I think, on the spread. Oh, on the spread, I think I've done it like 5 times. Anyways, Saturday's probably going to be one of those spots. It's an ABC game. You know the Knicks are going to try everything to win that game. Hell, the get-in price for that game is $400 to get into Madison Square Garden for that one against the Lakers on Saturday. Now, we have this game on Wednesday here, obviously today against the Nuggets. It's a big-time game. It's on national television. You know damn well Thibodeau is going to say, all right, Jalen Brunson, get ready to play those 40 minutes. Josh Hart, you're questionable with a knee injury. You're out partying in Philly. Now, okay, don't care. Get ready to play 42 minutes tonight. Cat, you get 45. Like, it's just, this is what the Knicks do. They win regular season games, and they're all burnt out by the postseason. Denver doesn't play defense. That's not really going to help them that much here against a good Knicks offense. It just won't. Denver, they're going through this midseason slump, and I say that. They've just lost 2 in a row, but they've looked pretty bad in these last 2 games. I'm not going to lie. This road trip has not been kind to them. The Minnesota loss wasn't great. The Chicago loss wasn't great. And obviously, Jokic is still putting up crazy numbers. The loss in Chicago, Jokic 33, 12, and 14. It's insane. But the road trip hasn't been good to them. They return home eventually on February 3rd. They still got 2 more road games after this in Philly and in Charlotte. I think they lose here, though. Denver has not been good on this road trip, and I'll take it. Team just needs to keep losing. Lakers need to keep winning. They lost to the Sixers, though. Whatever. Give me New York. The Knicks win the basketball game. They'll cover the 3.5 points in the process at home at Madison Square Garden. Next up, we move to Philadelphia. The Philadelphia 76ers host the Sacramento Kings, and the Kings are minus 7.5 point favorites on the road in Philly. You know what that means? They're going to cover. Because why? The 76ers played their Super Bowl. They played their NBA championship yesterday, or their NBA Finals Game 7 against the Lakers. It was insane what I was watching. I get it. Davis went out, but legitimately, the Sixers could not miss a shot. It was just... And yes, they were running layup lines against the Lakers, sure. Like, the Lakers could not get any interior presence at all. But my goodness, it was horrible. And I love Bronny, but man, Bronny plays 15 minutes, 0 for 5 from the field. 3 turnovers. Oh, why? Okay, I like Bronny James. Why the hell's Dalton? Why is Bronny James going in the basketball game before Dalton Connect? What are we doing? Connect scores 23 or 24. But it's just like, what are we doing? I don't know. I don't understand. Anyways. 76ers, second half of a back-to-back. They're still injured, which was crazy. They're still able to beat the Lakers, but no Paul George, who should be back soon, but not back for this game. No Embiid still. No Drummond probably. We'll see if Caleb or KJ Martin play. There's still, and Kelly Oubre plays 40 minutes last night. Maxey plays 40 and drops 43 points, obviously, but it's just, again, what condition are these guys going to be in on a second night of a back-to-back? Sacramento should be able to come in town, completely clean them up. And again, this is just what happens. You put all your eggs into beating the Lakers. Obviously, you put all your eggs in that basket. And now when the next team comes into town, the team from Sacramento, small market Sacramento, who cares? You beat the Lakers, but I don't care about the second half against the Kings. Who cares? Now, all the attention's around De'Aaron Fox. Where is he going to get traded? Likely San Antonio. Let's just be honest. If he wants to force his way to San Antonio, he probably can. Again, the Kings should probably owe him that. But I'm confused. Why is De'Aaron leaving? They're winning now. I don't get it. This team will probably be in the playoffs. I'd be surprised if Sacramento's not in the postseason. I get it, they're 10 right now in the West, but you go on a 3-game winning streak and you find yourself in 6th. Like, we've been over this. The top 5 in the Western Conference, I think, is the top 5. OKC, Houston, Memphis, Denver, Los Angeles, Lakers. Everything else, who knows? Like, honestly, who knows? It's a scramble, but I don't think the Kings fall out the play-in. So what, he's going to force his way to San Antonio, a team that's been worse than Sacramento? I get it's Wemby, there's potential there, but still. Or what, he's going to force his way to Miami, who I guess is the 6th seed in the East, but they could easily fall to 9th. Like, it's just, honestly don't understand. But every team but the Lakers, though, no, we don't want you. No, it's fine. We don't want De'Aaron Fox. We got Austin Reeves. What, I want De'Aaron Fox? Come on now. There's a reason Lonzo Ball was taken over De'Aaron Fox in the draft. So again, we had our chance to take De'Aaron Fox. We took Zoe. I'm fine with that. That got us Anthony Davis. What, we're gonna choose De'Aaron Fox over Austin Reeves? Come on now. Nah, it's fine. I don't want De'Aaron Fox. Why? Every team but the Lakers? Why? It pisses me off. just slide AR to the 2, De'Aaron at the 1, Braun at the 3. Then you could play AD at the 4 and Walker Kessler at the 5 and just trade Hachimura, trade just all these picks. Hood Shafino, get out, trade Bronny while you're at it. I don't know, man. Anyways, give me Sacramento. Yeah, right. Like, again, De'Aaron's playing kind of hurt, but it's fine. The Kings should go to Philly and win. They'll clean him up. Philadelphia, again, they put everything into beating the Lakers. Good for them. Sacramento's not going to beat this team. Okay, to New Orleans. The Pelicans host the Dallas Mavericks. Hesitantly, I'm taking the Mavs. I'd stay away from this one. I would. The Mavs on the road here. Again, an injured Mavs team and a team that's only continuing to get more injured. We'll see, again, Luka's condition soon. I think there should be an update, but Lively's out for a while. Kleba's out now with the broken foot. Dante Exum's still out. Dwight Powell's still out. Najee Marshall now probably not playing with an illness. Again, I'd stay away. Please stay away. I think Dallas can still get it. Again, I think Kyrie can kind of will this team to win, especially the way the Pelicans have been playing recently. Again, their guys are back, right? Brandon Ingram is not back yet, obviously, but I mean, Murray, McCollum, Trey Murphy, and Zion Williamson, and Yves Missy, who is not going to win Rookie of the Year anymore, but there was a week span where we were talking about, the Rookie of the Year race. Is it Yves Missy or is it Zach Edey? Great. Love where the sport's going. Anyways, 3 straight losses for the Pels after they built up a lot of momentum winning 4 in a row. They got that boost of Zion coming back, and then they proceeded to lose 3 in a row to Memphis. All right, who cares? But then Charlotte and Toronto. This team has been playing better at home. I mean, the last time they saw Dallas was January 15th, and they beat Dallas by 3 points. Again, I would stay away from this game at all costs. I would. I think this is just more, again, the rationale behind this pick is, all right, Dallas has been playing better. Not better, but New Orleans has been playing worse. Not Dallas has been playing all that much better. They haven't, if we're being honest. I mean, a win against the Wizards, but, everyone in the association does that. My local high school team could probably do that too. So, and they're not playing OKC because Dallas can, every time Dallas runs into OKC, they beat them. Let's just hope, again, OKC does not find them, or Dallas does not find themselves in the 8th seed this year. Because if that's happening, Shea's, progress to become the greatest of all time just gets halted. Let's just hope not, Anyways, give me Dallas. I'd stay away, but give me the Mavs, I guess. Hesitantly, give me the Mavs to go to New Orleans and beat the Pelicans. Next up, we go to San Antonio, Texas, as we have the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. I think this line might have moved. I'm looking at now -3.5 for Los Angeles. I'll still take it. The Clippers recently have been a much better team at home, obviously, than they have been on the road. They played much better at the Intuit Dome. Their last game on the road in Phoenix, a close game against the Suns, but a game that ultimately, again, the Suns ended up getting. Zubac with an impressive night against Phoenix, 25-16. That was a big night from him. The Clippers, again, a much better home team, right? You saw what they were able to do against the Bucks. Obviously, Harden with his 40 points. Norman Powell just has superpowers inside that damn Intuit Dome as well. When this team goes on the road, they are a little bit shaky, obviously. I mean, they had that little road trip to start 2025 where they lost in Minnesota, they lost in OKC, they lost in Denver. I think they can beat the Spurs here. I don't mind Zubac on Wemby. Obviously, again, there's going to be a rotation of guys who are going to guard Wembanyama, obviously, when he's on the perimeter. But I don't mind Zubac down low with Wembanyama. And the Spurs do find themselves 3 games under 500 now. They have lost 4 of 5. That one win, obviously, the first game in France against the Pacers. But prior to that, back-to-back losses against the Grizzlies. And then a loss in Miami. Again, that win against the Pacers. And then the loss against the Pacers by 38 points. Wemby's obviously going to have his, he's going to have his nights. He's going to score. It's just everything around him sometimes. And, Harrison Barnes scored 25 in the second Pacers game. But, I don't know. I think the Clippers are the better team here. You get their voodoo magic shooting all the time. Is Kawhi Leonard playing or not? Yes, Kawhi will be playing in San Antonio. So I'm sure he gets another great ovation there. Maybe Popovich. He's not. I forgot Popovich isn't there right now. Maybe someone will grab the mic and tell people to stop booing Kawhi Leonard. Anyways, again, Harden's turning back the clock. I think the longevity needs to be talked about more out of James Harden. I think he was just kind of a joke, obviously, with the Brooklyn stint and the Philly stint, obviously. But James Harden on the Clippers, guys, has been really impressive. He has. And I think with PG leaving too, it's only gotten to showcase Harden even more. And hell, even Kawhi's injury has been able to showcase Harden because, yes, he has been the one trying to lead this team. And obviously Norman Powell's been their best player, but Harden obviously name brand wise and being the point guard of the squad, obviously he's leading the team. So, I don't know. I like the Clippers in this spot here on the road in San Antonio. The Spurs have not been playing that good of ball. Don't let that one game in Paris distract you or fool you. The Clippers are the better team. I know, again, The Clippers are not the most impressive team on the road, but I think they get this one done. Give me the Clippers on the road here against San Antonio. They'll win the game and they will cover the 2.5, 3.5 points, whatever you get again in San Antonio. Move on to our next one. It is a rematch of the first round, obviously, of the Western Conference playoffs last season between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Phoenix Suns. I'm going to take Minnesota. I don't know if Kevin Durant's going to play or not. That's really the determining factor here. KD is questionable with a thumb injury, so we'll see if Durant gives it a go or not. But if KD's not 100%, I do like Minnesota in this spot. I get it. Phoenix has won 3 in a row. Good for them. But who have they beat? The Clippers one was good. Again, I'll give you that. But I don't know. Again, the the wins over Brooklyn and Washington, just who cares? They have been playing better ball again, but just the wins the Suns have gotten just have not been the best teams. Again, 2 of those wins recently have been the Washington Wizards. And then Charlotte, Utah. They're going through a really weak part of their schedule. And again, this is what good teams do, and this is what playoff teams do. Like Phoenix, who we expect to be in the postseason this year, they beat the teams they're supposed to beat. Again, the Suns have fully committed to Bradley Beal on the bench. I had a question again, that Clippers game with Ryan Dunn being out. I was like, all right, who's going to start for Phoenix? Because again, Dunn is their point guard. Who's going to give it a go? Was it going to be Bradley Beal? No, they are committed to Beal off the bench. 33 minutes off the bench, obviously 9 points. But instead of obviously Beal starting, they gave Royce O'Neal the starting job, and he scored more points than Bradley Beal in less minutes, 8 less minutes. My goodness, that's horrible. I thought maybe Grayson Allen would start, but Grayson Allen played 28 off the bench and scored 18 points. So what the hell's going on with Bradley Beal? But the guy refuses to waive the no trade clause, so good on bro. He loves living in Phoenix, Arizona. The Cardinals are in Glendale. Anyways, I like the Timberwolves here. Again, we don't know if KD's going to play or not. We don't know what percent KD's going to be at this game. And when the Suns play good teams, they lose. They are better at home, obviously, like expected. But, we saw Ant go into this place last year and just beat up the Suns. I'm going to take Ant to go in here and win again. Edwards is an elite player in this league, obviously, averaging 26.5 points a game. This is, again, an all-star, obviously, and I think Minnesota has got what it takes to go on the road here and beat the Suns. Again, we just don't even know if KD's going to play. Bradley Beal is, they have to give him his minutes, but can't really score. And then Yusef Nurkic is just in the doghouse, which is funny, but maybe he gets a shot somewhere else, right? Give me the Timberwolves on the road to beat the Phoenix Suns, 1.5 points. Sure, they'll cover it. Again, it's dependent on if KD plays or not. Even with Durant playing, I do like Minnesota. I just like it less, obviously, if Durant's playing, obviously. Okay, to our final game of the night. I'm going to this one. So, San Francisco, California, we've got the Golden State Warriors taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City's winning, and I think they're covering the 10.5 too. I think Steph's playing. Curry did not play last night against the Jazz. It was a last-second scratch that Curry did not give it a go against Utah on Hello Kitty bobblehead night at the Chase Center. That just screams to me, okay, Steph's not playing the first half. He's going to play the second half of the doubleheader, or the back-to-back. So he's going to play tonight against OKC. And obviously, again, the Warriors knew and they saw it, okay, we can still beat Utah. We can beat Utah without Steph. We don't know if we can, they would not beat OKC without Steph. And they're not going to beat OKC with Steph. But regardless, again, this is the tougher game on the schedule. So obviously, again, they're going to give it a go tonight for Curry on Lunar New Year celebration night in San Francisco tonight. Again, I'll be attending that. They're going to give everyone a free playing cards, I believe. Great. So excited to get those. Chinese New Year inspired, by the way. Don't think Draymond's back yet. Kuminga's obviously still not back. So what do the Warriors have, right? Steph, Buddy Hield, Wiggins, again, depending on what shooting night we get out of those guys, Schroeder, Podziemski, Moody, Gui Santos, Quentin Post, Kevon Looney off the bench. The bench unit, honestly, is getting better for Golden State. But, guys, it's tough when you're playing the best team in the NBA. And the best player in the NBA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, I'm not going to go into the many reasons why the guy is the most valuable player in the league and the best player in the league. If you want to see that, go watch our NBA predictions video on Sunday. We did a whole PowerPoint presentation about how great Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. Anyways, the Thunder should dominate this game. Isaiah Hartenstein, I think Trey Jackson-Davis, the former Indiana Hoosier, is a good player. I think Isaiah Hartenstein's a better player, though. Hartenstein's going to dominate that matchup. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, will absolutely dominate. Who are you going to put on Shai this game? You're going to put Steph on him? Probably not. You're going to put Buddy Hield on him? Probably not. Probably put Wiggins on him. Okay. Shai should still dominate. He'll dominate in the mid-range in this one, and I think Shai puts up 40 and wins. Again, national TV Shai, he steps up in these equations. Trust me. The guy's got ice in his veins. He's a clutch player. He's a big-time player. So give me Shai Gilgeous-Alexander here on the road in Golden State. big spot ESPN against Steph Curry. Again, it's on the thumbnail, obviously. And I think the Thunder get it. The Warriors, again, when they play good teams, they lose. They can beat up on the bottom feeders like the Jazz, but we saw it in that Lakers game the other night. When the Warriors play good teams, they do not come out on the right side of that equation. So give me the Thunder here on the road at Golden State in San Francisco. They'll win it at the Chase Center and cover the 10.5 points as well. So folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA predictions here for Wednesday, January 29th. If you have not yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba